Welcome to Seeing Green Solutions for Our Daily Lives, the podcast where we spotlight the brands, ideas, and people making it easier to live sustainably every day. Today's episode is part of our Spotlight series, a deep dive into one of our Seeing Green Solutionists of the day. And now, today's solution.
Welcome along to episode 22 of the Seeing Green podcast. Today's deep dive is part of our Seeing Green Spotlight series, where we take a closer look at our solutionist of the day and, the real solutions they bring to help us all be a bit healthier and greener in our daily lives. And hey, if you're enjoying content like this, please do subscribe to the Seeing Green podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us at Seeing Green Eco on social media and check us out at www.seeinggreen.eco. Okay, so time for today's spotlight. We're diving deep into, the really fascinating and sometimes pretty complex world of sustainable travel and tourism. Our solutionist today is Six Senses. They're a hospitality brand that honestly seems to be weaving long-term positive change right into the fabric of every single property they run. Now, we know travel and tourism, it's just this undeniable force across the globe, isn't it? I mean, it connects us to new cultures, it broadens our horizons, and it's a massive economic driver, too, responsible for something like 1 in 10 jobs worldwide.
Yeah, that number is staggering. It really is. The potential for positive impact, for cultural exchange, economic uplift, it's just immense. But that scale also means travel can leave a pretty significant footprint behind.
Right.
We're talking impacts on local communities, definitely the natural environment, climate change, obviously, and even sort of subtly eroding local history and culture if it's not managed with, incredible care. It's a real balance.
A powerful paradox, almost.
Exactly.
So that's the tension right there. If we're aiming for travel that actually helps, rather than harms, what does sustainable or maybe even regenerative travel truly mean?
Yeah.
How do we get beyond just being less bad?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And nailing down the definition helps. Basically, sustainable or regenerative travel means an approach that actively protects and, importantly, restores nature. It also means deeply respecting local culture and heritage and making sure it contributes meaningfully economically to the local communities. It's really about shifting from just consuming a place to contributing to it, leaving it better than you found it.
Leaving a place better than you found it. I really like that as a guiding principle. Feels like it should just be standard, really. So let's unpack how Six Senses is actually doing this. Where did this quite unique brand begin? What's really at the heart of their philosophy?
Well, Six Senses, they started their journey back in 1995, and today they're actually part of IHG Hotels and Resorts.
IHG, right? Big group.
Huge group. Yeah, for context, IHG is this global hospitality giant. They've got 19 hotel brands, over, 6,600 open hotels in more than 100 countries. So Six Senses operates within this really broad, influential ecosystem.
And yet their core ethos, it really stands out, doesn't it? It feels like they've kind of redefined luxury, moved it beyond just, gold taps and chandeliers to something rooted in wellness, real sustainability, and this strong sense of place.
That's exactly it. It's luxury with purpose. And their Six Senses integrated wellness approach really embodies this. They're pioneering these programs that are incredibly personalized, very science-backed. Take their new female wellness program, for example. It's currently offered at 5 quite distinct properties.
Interesting.
Whereabouts? Places like Six Senses Rome, Six Senses Kanuhura in the Maldives, Six Senses New Van Bay in Vietnam, Six Senses Crans-Montana in Switzerland, and Six Senses Douro Valley in Portugal.
Wow, that sounds incredibly thoughtful and very cutting edge.
Yeah.
What does a program like that actually involve? It's more than just a massage, I'm guessing.
Oh, much more. Yeah, far more comprehensive. These programs, they're tailored for 3, 5, or 7 days. And they're structured specifically around a woman's hormonal stage, from fertility right through perimenopause, menopause. The goal is really to balance hormones, boost vitality, and significantly improve sleep. Guests get these thorough biomarker examinations using pretty sophisticated tools like continuous glucose monitors, sleep rings, to analyze the body's real-time responses. They even use individualized fasting schedules as a kind of they call it a healing system reset for the body.
Like rebooting your computer.
Kind of, yeah. Hopefully without losing any data, though.
Right. So beyond these really specialized wellness programs, what kind of general guest experiences can someone expect? Their locations are pretty varied, aren't they?
No, incredibly varied. Yeah, from totally secluded islands and, majestic mountains to really vibrant city centers. Guests can immerse themselves in luxurious spas, take part in comprehensive wellness retreats, or use their advanced sleep programs. That's a real signature offering for them. And they also connect guests with local culture through things like hands-on cooking classes.
I think I heard about some really unique cultural things they do. Wasn't there something special in Bhutan?
Bhutan, yes. That's a fantastic example of their sense of place philosophy in action. Six Senses has 5 unique lodges spread across Bhutan's really diverse landscapes. And a signature experience there is breakfast with monks in Punakha. Imagine that, just a tranquil morning learning about local spiritual life.
Wow.
And Punakha itself, it's lush, humid rice terraces, completely different from, say, the Gangti Valley, which feels almost like Switzerland, and it's famous for the black-necked cranes in winter.
So you can tailor your trip.
Absolutely. Itineraries are completely customizable, whether you want intense hiking through stunning scenery or just pure relaxation.
And the food, I bet that plays a huge role in that cultural immersion and sense of place, too.
Oh, definitely. Their culinary philosophy is deeply farm to table. A lot of ingredients are grown right there on site in organic gardens, or they're meticulously sourced from local farmers, really emphasizing that grown in, not flown in idea. Menus cleverly blend local and regional dishes, like you might find Indian influences in Bhutan, alongside familiar Western options. And they're incredibly flexible with dietary needs. It's all about showcasing the best local stuff in a way that's delicious and sustainable.
It really sounds like Six Senses is building something special, not just in theory, but in actual practice. So let's get into the how of their sustainability leadership. What are the practical steps they're taking?
Okay, yeah. This is where their commitment really, really shines. They have this zero waste philosophy in their operations, and it's not just about recycling bin basics. It's about reimagining waste entirely, seeing it as a resource. Their staff, they call them hosts, are incredibly creative.
Like how?
Well, they crush glass from used bottles to make beautiful ornaments or even things like unique cheese boards. Material from renovations isn't just thrown out, it gets repurposed into new furniture. They even melt down used candles to make new ones. It's just a fundamental shift in thinking, seeing every waste item as potentially useful.
That's powerful, real circularity. Okay, what about plastic? That's such a massive challenge for the whole hotel industry.
Huge, yeah, they have a very strong plastic-free pledge. IHG, the parent company, is committed globally to replacing those little bathroom miniatures everywhere.
Finally.
Right. And they're pushing to eliminate plastic water bottles in European guest rooms and meetings by the end of 2025. Many Six Senses properties have gone even further, installing their own in-house water bottling systems and in-room water filters, like in their Singapore spots. That dramatically cuts down on single-use plastic. They even use toolkits from groups like Travel Without Plastic to keep improving.
That's impressive, really closing the loop on a major issue. What about food waste specifically, another huge one for hotels?
Absolutely. Food waste is managed meticulously. What can't be eaten gets composted right there for their organic gardens, turning waste into, valuable soil. They even do things like distill natural insecticides from plants grown on-site and create biologically active cleaning solutions from certain food waste, replacing harsh chemicals. And beyond just Six Senses, IHG has broader initiatives. Global training based on a prevent, donate, divert model for food waste. They partner with apps like Too Good To Go, saved over 41,000 meals in Europe in 2024 alone.
That's great.
Yeah. And they support local food recovery programs like Gooder in the U.S., saving tens of thousands of meals. It's a great example of circular agriculture, where hotel waste actually feeds the local ecosystem.
Okay, so from waste to energy, how are they powering all this sustainably?
They're actively adopting renewables and really focusing on efficiency. Many properties use solar PV panels, advanced heat recovery systems. IHG even has this low-carbon pioneers program for hotels that are super energy efficient, avoid fossil fuels on site, and use renewable energy like the Kimpton Bem Budapest.
And guests can find these.
Yeah, actually, the IHG mobile app helps you find low-carbon hotels and also EV charging stations. Over 2,850 hotels now offer vehicle charging.
Water. That's got to be critical, especially in some of those stunning but maybe arid locations like Oman.
Absolutely critical. Six Senses Zayu Bay in Oman is an amazing award-winning example. It recycles 100% of its wastewater.
100%.
Yep. And it's reduced its overall water consumption by a remarkable 23% since 2019. That's like 13 Olympic swimming pools saved in a place where every drop counts. Plus, IHG enforces global water saving standards, low flow fixtures everywhere, and they're part of the UN CEO water mandate.
What about their connection to nature itself? Beyond just reducing their footprint, are they actively, protecting and restoring local ecosystems?
Oh, absolutely. This is a huge focus for them. They're involved in significant ecology and nature initiatives, things like critical marine conservation, coral reef restoration projects in Bali, protecting vital seagrass beds and sea turtle nests on their beaches.
That's fantastic.
They also contribute to reforestation through global partnerships like MasterCard's Priceless Planet Coalition. IHG's raised over $2 million for that. There's even an urban beekeeping project at the Intercontinental London Park Lane. Yeah. Grown to house 120,000 bees, bringing vital pollinators right into the city. Wildlife protection is key, too. Opportunities to observe rare species like the black-shanked Duke langur. And importantly, they have Earth labs at their properties. These aren't just displays, they're interactive spaces for guests, offering DIY tutorials for sustainable living, grow with six senses activities for kids, like foraging and farming.
That's amazing, making sustainability tangible and educational. How do they ensure they're actually held accountable for all this? It's easy to talk a good game.
Transparency is definitely key. They publish detailed sustainability reports, and often real-time consumption data is right there in the Earth Labs for guests to see. It kind of invites you into the process.
It sounds like they're truly thinking globally, but acting profoundly locally in every aspect. Let's talk more about that local connection, their community and local impact.
Yeah.
How does that translate into real benefits for the people living nearby?
Yeah, that's really a cornerstone. They prioritize hiring and providing comprehensive training for local staff. That directly feeds into IHG's broader Journey to Tomorrow, pledge to improve 30 million lives by 2030. Their IHG Academy programs alone supported over 43,000 people in 2024, giving essential skills and clear career paths. It's really about building local capacity.
And beyond jobs, how does that economic support ripple outwards?
Well, they actively support local artisans, farmers, regional supply chains, really reinforcing that grown-in, not flown-in idea way beyond just the kitchen. So sourcing locally for handcrafted goods, services, even construction materials when possible. They also get involved in community development projects, education programs, including those Grow with Six Senses activities for kids. And IHG backs this up with broader efforts, too, like disaster relief. They responded to 27 natural disasters in 2024. And there's a global partnership with Action Against Hunger, focusing on nutrition programs for kids, for instance, in India.
Right.
Locally, things like the Stay for Good campaign with Oz Harvest and Kiwi Harvest donated over 144,000 meals. And even their urban Six Senses hotels actively engage local communities, proving this model works anywhere.
So looking ahead then, what's next for Six Senses? Where do they see the future of this kind of regenerative hospitality going? They seem like they're always pushing boundaries.
They are really invested in this idea of regenerative travel, which, goes beyond just doing less harm. It's about actively restoring and contributing positively to the environment. Think about those coral and mangrove restoration projects. Clear examples of regeneration in action. They're actively rebuilding ecosystems. It's about having a net positive impact.
And are they taking this ambitious model to new places?
Definitely. Their footprint is growing, and crucially, it's expanding into urban centers, too. Hotels like Six Senses Rome are bringing that full wellness and sustainability ethos right into the heart of a major city.
So it's not just for remote islands.
Exactly. It demonstrates the blueprint can work anywhere.
And that wellness aspect's still evolving with tech.
Oh, absolutely. There's a continued intense focus on advanced wellness tech and science-backed programs. They're digging into highly personalized biomarker assessments for everything from sleep optimization and longevity to mental well-being, always refining how they support guest health with really precise data and innovative, tailored solutions.
This has been genuinely enlightening, really getting into the detail.
Yeah.
So what's the bigger picture here? Why does the Six Senses approach really matter, in the grand scheme of things, for travel? And for us as travelers?
Well, I think what's truly fascinating and important is that Six Senses powerfully shows that luxury and sustainability, they aren't opposites. They're not mutually exclusive at all. In fact, they fundamentally enhance each other. They create richer, more authentic, more memorable travel experiences. It isn't about sacrificing comfort for your conscience. It's about finding a higher quality, maybe more profound experience through being responsible.
And the ripple effect. on the industry itself?
Well, their pioneering efforts, things like the Low Carbon Pioneer Program, those comprehensive wellness initiatives, they really do inspire both industry peers and that rapidly growing group of eco-conscious travelers. They're setting a benchmark, proving what's possible, and effectively challenging others to raise their game, too.
So for everyone listening, what does all this mean when they're planning their next trip? How can they kind of bring this deep dive into their own decisions?
It really comes down to empowering you, the traveler, doesn't it? How can you make more informed, greener choices? The kind of transparency Six Senses provides, detailed reports, visible data, even the sustainability filters IHG puts on their booking apps that empowers you. It transforms travel from just a break into a chance to contribute positively, to be part of that regenerative cycle. Ultimately, Six Senses shows us that true indulgence might actually mean leaving a positive legacy behind. It really makes you wonder, if this is becoming the benchmark for luxury, how long until every travel experience is measured by its regenerative impact?
To learn more about Six Senses, you can visit them at sixsenses.com. And if you're interested in finding more brands, more innovators who are really dedicated to creating a greener, more sustainable world, do explore the Seeing Green website. That's where we showcase more trailblazers making significant strides in promoting eco-friendly living through innovative products, solutions, practices. You can find us online at www.seeinggreen.eco. And of course, please follow us at Seeing Green Eco across your favorite social media channels. Thank you so much for joining us for the Seeing Green Spotlight Deep Dive. We look forward to exploring more solutions with you next time.